another video, and this one is definitely going to be a good one. Now I have to say, the most watched video on this channel by far is comparing the 01 Buick LeSabre and my 09 Dodge Challenger. And of course this was exciting and interesting because the Buick LeSabre was a V6, and of course this was a Hemi Challenger, so it has the V8, and we were comparing the exhaust. And it seems from the comments that most people pick the exhaust in the Buick over the exhaust in this Challenger. So for anybody that wants to take a V6 like this Monte Carlo and make it sound better than this V8, there's one simple thing you can do, and I'm about to show you. But first, I'm gonna hop in and just remind you of how this sounds, and then we're gonna hop into that, show you how it sounds, and I'm gonna tell you what I did and why it sounds as amazing as it does. So let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so of course this is the Challenger with the V8. Nice rumble. I'm gonna give it a quick rev, and then we're gonna hop to this V6 and get into the real action of what that sounds like. All right, so I'm in the Monte Carlo, about to start it up. I would say a huge difference. Let's take a step outside, see how it sounds. One quick rev. All right, now personally, I think it sounds terrible, but I'm one of a few that thinks that it sounds terrible because, like I said, most of the comments in the comment section, when it came to that Buick LeSabre, they said it sounded amazing. So let me go ahead and show you what I did and how you can do the same thing, even though I think it's something you probably don't want to do. So hopefully you can see this well. As I pulled into my driveway last night, a portion of my exhaust fell off, which gave me that either a horrendous sound or amazing sound, depending on what you think. But clearly, with no money spent, at least until I repair it, that's how I got that amazing exhaust. Now, before you get mad at me and say it's a clickbait video, it kinda is, kinda isn't. I mean, I think at this point we all know like the muffler delete is the way to make a V6 have a little bit more of a rumble, or a lot more of a rumble. And in this case, you know, and the same thing with the LeSabre, basically a portion of the exhaust came off, and that was the fix, is to kind of delete the muffler, and it gave it that sound. In my case, I'm definitely not happy with the fact that, you know, this is what happened, because as I pulled into the driveway, I heard like a little clunk sound. I heard something fall, and then as I was kind of driving forward, I was like, man, I hope that wasn't the transmission, because, you know, as crazy as that sounds, you know, when something happens, you think the worst. And in my case, I was like, this car has been treating me really well, and just to hear something that you know fell from the bottom of the car, I wasn't even thinking exhaust, because it's like, how often does that really happen? Like, not just randomly out of nowhere, boom. But that's what happened to me. And basically, that's kind of that story. And now I have the headache of figuring out how to get it fixed. And it shouldn't be that big of an expense. I'll definitely, you know, make a follow-up video and tell you just what I did. But I will say this, I'm definitely not keeping it like that, because I just don't think that I could deal with that on an everyday basis. But for those that like it, hey, if you didn't know muffler delete was the way to go, or even a hole in your exhaust. That's an even cheaper way where you don't have to do nothing but just like let time and corrosion eat away at your muffler. But yeah, that's really it for this video. I figured I'd turn a frustrating situation into some YouTube content, because I definitely was upset at first when I was like, man, you know, just finished up the workday and now I got to deal with this. And then I was like, well, I am supposed to have a YouTube channel. I am supposed to make car content. And this is the type of stuff that hopefully is going to get me some views and, you know, get the conversation started. So that's my story. I'll definitely leave a link in the description as far as that LeSabre and Challenger video, because like I said, that's definitely the most watched video on the channel. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next vehicle. I'm out.